Welcome to All Walks of Life. My name is Crystal Renee and I am your host. And joining me are my co hosts, the Awol team. And here they are, and they will introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Ivona. I'm super excited to be here with you all.
And my other co host.
Hey, my name's Saquin Hypolite. Glad to be here with you guys.
Okay. And we are immature journalists trying to make the world better. And what we do here, we take an episode or episodes and we look beyond what we see. Well, today, Ivana, she chose an episode that she would like the AWOL team to take a look at. And Ivana, can you tell us a little bit about the episode you decided for us to review?
Yeah, so I chose for today to show you guys the video on U.S. protests that are regarding the abortion rights. The reason why I chose this video for today is because our abortion rights are under threat, and there is a growing number of states that are moving to restrict those access to abortion rights. So I thought that was a pretty important topic to cover.
All right. So, right now, we're going to take a look at the video that Ivana chose. So, let me bring up that video. Hold on one moment. Sorry, you guys.
Okay.
Thousands gathered outside the Supreme Court on Tuesday afternoon to protest the leaked draft opinion that was reported to have the support of 5 conservative justices, an opinion that concludes that since those who wrote the Constitution did not explicitly protect women's reproductive rights, then previous judgments enshrining a woman's right to choose had no basis in the law.
I thought we were long past that point. It was protested about how many decades ago, but it's terrifying.
Just a handful of anti-abortion rights protesters were outside the court too.
I say abortion is murder.
But for those seeking to end abortion access, this has been the goal since 1973, when justices ruled in favor of women's reproductive rights in the case of Roe v. Wade.
Justice Roberts said that that was an authentic draft, so we were very happy to hear that, and we're hopeful that the High Court will stay with that draft, and that will be the decision to overturn Roe versus Wade.
The White House says it is prepared for whatever the actual verdict is, but the president warned that the reasoning underpinning the draft opinion has far-reaching implications.
It basically says all the decisions related to your private life, who you marry, whether or not you decide to conceive a child or not, whether or not you can have an abortion, a range of other decisions, whether or not how you raise your child. What does this do? Does this mean that in Florida they can decide they're going to pass a law saying that same-sex marriage is not permissible?
The US has the worst maternal mortality rate in the industrialized world. Those here are worried that terrible metric could now deteriorate even further.
The sign was inspired by conversations with many women today. I don't think that anybody has an idea of what the real world consequences are, and especially those who are in a position of privilege, like everybody on the Supreme Court, myself included in that. There's a lot of really potential for harm.
But there was hope too. The polls have consistently shown 70% of Americans are against outlawing abortion. The Democrats seem to be hoping for a bump in voter turnout in November's midterm elections from those who support female reproductive rights. But there is an awareness here that in the past, when the Democrats have had the opportunity to codify a woman's right to choose, they failed to do so. Shia Bertansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Why
Let
can
me
I?
let me start.
Yeah.
So my question to the both of you would be, what is your stance on abortion rights? How do you feel?
My thing is, I feel like A woman has the right to choose what is right for her body. I don't think that no one should tell a woman um, what what she should do regarding an abortion. Um, but I do think that woman should consult the doctor and also the father of that child who she conceived with before making a decision on what she wants to do long term with her pregnancy.
Yeah. What about you?
Um, I mean, I'm for it. I'm against it, but I'm also for it. I mean, like Renee said, it's a female's choice. Um,
Why are you said you're for it and you're against it? Why are you for it and why are you against it? What reasonings are you?
I'm for it. Um, he or she probably not is probably not ready or probably not committed to what's going on of having a baby. And hold on, repeat that whole question. You have to re-edit this real bad.
No, it's okay. We're that's why we're here. Um,
Repeat the whole
so
thing.
okay, so my question to the both of you is basically what is your stance on abortion rights?
My stance on abortion. I approve an abortion. Like I stated before. He or she probably is not ready. And on top of that, I believe in the science form, where it's like say if you do have an abortion before the baby turns into a embryo, or before it becomes a life form inside of the female body, I feel like you have a chance to reinstate what you want to do in life, even if in order to have that kid or not to have that kid. So I believe as long as you kill that, as long as you have an abortion before the the baby whatsoever becomes an embryo, and I feel like it holds a different aspect on that question. So it's long as I feel like long as you I say get rid of it before it turns into an embryo. As long as you get rid of it, because when a baby's born inside a female body, it comes is an embryo, right? It's not a living form, right?
Right.
So would you
Yes.
say like before a heartbeat or
Yeah,
how would you define?
before a heartbeat starts, I think that's more doable. Before the heartbeat starts, that's more doable, and more respect for people that believe in religion or God or anything like that. If you want to put it into science,
I see.
And I also agree that, I mean, I also think that um, a conversation about safe sex should also come into play um, before even conceiving a child. I think um, both um, men and women, young and old, both need to have that talk don't before conceiving or even getting together. Um, Before that even happens, before a baby even comes into play. A lot of people get together without thinking about the what if. If we could only prevent pregnancies early on, we will not be in this position where women rights are being stripped away because we have men and women equally have thought about the consequences. We
to be
have
honest, I don't think
maturely.
y'all right. getting stripped away. I think a lot of females abusing the system by I think a lot of females abusing the abortion system. I think that's what it is.
A lot of women have
Yeah.
abused the system,
How are
or
how's somebody abusing abortion system? I don't get it. What do you mean abusing? They choose to put their body through abortion and they're
Um,
meant to like
most females do. They get caught up in a situation. Now they want an abortion. It happens so very often. So, for example, I know I bet there's plenty of females that get 7 abortions a year, and that's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure there's females that get 3 abortions a month. That's ridiculous. It's nonsense.
I don't think it's possible to get 3 abortions a month, but I also don't think that females choose. I also don't think that females choose just like, well, let me just go and get abortion really quickly because it has a
really,
lot of
because that is a
consequences.
very tough decision to make.
Well, not to every female. I don't. I mean, if that's the case, I don't think abortions or female rights situations like that should be on the news. If everybody's owning up to their responsibilities, so something's going on, something's not right.
Well, what is the man's responsibility in all this?
I
If you think
mean,
that,
we talk about. We can't talk about men because we're talking about abortion. So this is all on the females. This really doesn't have nothing to do with the male perspective.
It has everything to do with male perspective because males have been in charge of of our female bodies for centuries in a history, like throughout the history. And this is just another step for men to continue to control us, and for government to have to give us like restrictions on our bodies. So I think it has everything to do
I
with the
mean,
men.
like I said before, a female always, at the end of the day, a female always have the choice to say no. And she doesn't want to have safe sex, or if she do want to have safe sex, she has the choice to say no.
but sometimes we don't have that.
I mean,
We
that's a
don't
different
have
scenario.
that say
I
so to
mean,
say.
that's a different scenario.
Our rights have been
What
stricken
right?
away, whether
But
it's
what rights are you talking
forcefully.
about? But what rights are you talking about when you say strict away from a female?
The abortion rights, the basic human rights. There is so many rights besides I would like to stick just to the topic of abortion, but there is so many rights that women has been stripped off throughout the history. We didn't have a voting rights. We couldn't go to work. We couldn't drive. We couldn't go to school. There is so many rights that we have been fighting for since the beginning of times. And what is very frustrating and what makes me super angry is that those rights are in danger, beginning with the abortion right.
Hey, that's the power nowadays in this modern life. Now you know how it feels to be accountable for your actions.
Who?
Excuse me, accountable. Number one, it takes two people to lay down to have a baby. So there's two accountable people who are accountable for their actions. Two accountable people, and as far as I know, it takes two people to agree to say yes when it comes to sex, not one person. And when you talk about it's the woman's responsibility, it's also the man's responsibility to also to come prepared and well protected. That they should also come with some um, contraceptive rubbers or whatever they have to protect themselves, or they should ask the woman, hey, listen, I have protection for myself. Do you also have protection? And if they're not feeling that that woman is being 100% honest with them, then they have instincts just like women have instincts, and they should say to themselves, you know what? I'm gonna back off this one. This is not worth it. I feel something inside of me that's telling me, you know what, this is not right. I'm gonna just back
I,
up. It's not worth it. They should walk away.
I agree,
So
but
you
and then
need
men
to
will be
think with
men.
your head and not with your head, if you get what I'm saying.
But I also, even though if both parties are being very responsible, there is still a slight chance that birth control condoms are not going to be 100% um, protecting us 100%, right? So there is still a slight chance that a female still, even though she's on a birth control, even though man is being responsible, there is still a chance that pregnancy might happen.
I agree. I agree because nothing is 100% guaranteed. Um, which brings me to another question. Um, what if um, what if a young woman is pregnant and she decides, okay, I am going to keep this baby, and the father, whether he's young or old, let's not even put an age limit to it, but what if the lady, young or old, says, you know what, I am going to keep this baby, and the father says, you know what, I'm not ready to be a dad. I don't want to be a dad. I'd rather for you to just get an abortion. I'm not ready. I don't want to be a part of this baby's life. We're going to end up on Maury. I'm not the father, whatever. And she says, okay, well, you know what? You don't want to be a dad. But she goes behind his back and she wants his parents to know that he is the father or he will become a father. Is that right for her to do in your eyes, Sequin?
To be honest, it's really not. I mean, I'll probably be furious. I'll probably be mad. Um, it's a mixed feeling. I have two answers for that. Can I say two answers?
Yep.
First, I'll probably, to be honest, I'll probably cut her off because at the end of the day, I'll probably look at it as the kid's not mine anymore. That's the mother kid. To be honest, that's the mother kids right now. Especially if I don't want to be a father and I asked her many times to get an abortion, probably I wouldn't even take care of that kid and stuff like that. I probably wouldn't. Um, she would have to do everything on her own just for the fact because she's trying to ruin my life. And on top of that, I mean, and then my second answer is, I mean, if she do go to my parents, I'll still get mad. But if I was to keep the kid, uh, I'll keep the kid, but I probably wouldn't deal with her. I probably. That's a tough question. Me personally, she's gonna get rid of that baby.
How? If she says no, no, this is my body. That's not what I want to do. I really want to be a mom.
Nah,
If
I was
you
just
were still part of that, how
nah,
are
I
you
was
going
just
to make her?
I was just unfortunate that we don't have the proper tools, or we don't have the tools or the education to support or to uplift a child. And I'll let her know that we don't have it. On top of that, I'll let her know that we're going to be number one. We're going to be asking our moms and dads for help.
But
It's
what
going
if
to be
she's like, I have it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
no. I mean, she doesn't. She doesn't have it because if she does have it, she wouldn't have been going to my parents. If she was a grown woman doesn't go to parents.
I
If
disagree.
you're the only child, what if you're the only child? What if you're the only child? You're the only sibling. Wouldn't you want whether you want to be a father or not, wouldn't you want your parents to
No,
know that you might possibly be a dad?
no, no, not if I'm not sure of myself. No, because at the end of the day, I'm putting problems on them.
I think she has every right to go and talk to their
That's the
parents.
reason why she can't tell her parents.
No, but that was
What makes you think that she have not?
Then let her parents deal with it.
I think I think she has every right to go to the both side of grandparents, and at least if the dad doesn't want to be involved, she has that right to go and just keep that
Like
door
the other
open.
day, I don't know if the kid is mom's.
Well, luckily for us, we live in a modern
And this,
age where we can get the DNA testing done.
Or if she showed me the DNA test, then yeah. But don't go to my parents. You want to show me that DNA test?
No, if that was me, okay, let's say that was me, I would tell the father first. If he's like, no, I don't want nothing to do with it, I will go ahead and go to the grandparents and be like, I'm just giving you opportunity to be involved in your grandchild's life. If they say yes, great, wonderful, perfect.
So,
If they say no, that's
so you
okay too.
deliberately go behind. So you deliberately go behind his back.
I mean, she already talked to him and asked him.
So if he told you no, you'll go behind his back.
Um, if
See
he
that right
says,
there?
I do not want to be a father, I would say, okay, thanks for letting me know. I would still go ahead and take
That's why
actions that I need to take.
see, that's one thing. That's why most guys don't take us serious, but they do things like that because now you're going against the grain. You taking something that can mess up somebody's lives in the future and twisting it and going behind their backs and
It's not twisting it.
going to somebody else that has nothing to do with that problem.
It has everything to do with it. First of all, yes, absolutely. First of all, every time we sleep or we have sex with the opposite sex, there is a chance of pregnancy happening. So that guy went into that situation knowingly that this is a risk that he is taking.
and viewers, we would like to get your opinion. Men, especially, we would like to hear from you. If you agree with what Sequin is saying, please comment. We would like to get your feedback, ladies. If you agree with what if you agree with what Sequin is saying, please give us your feedback. If you agree with what we are saying, please comment on. Please give us your comment. Please give us your feedback. We are discussing abortions. Abortions is a big topic. And if you just listened in, as you know, the abortion rights is a big topic. It is on the, it is up to our, the
Supreme
Constitution.
Court.
This the Supreme Court. Thank you, Ivana. It went up to the Supreme Court to be judged, and it's up to them to vote on our rights. Should our rights be stricken away? Should our abortion rights be taken away? Women, what do you say? Men, what do you say? You have a right to this just as much as we women. You are just as important on this topic, just as women, because you create the baby, we carry the baby. So your feedback is just as important. So we will.
I also feel that we
At
are
what age? Oh, go ahead, Yvonne. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
sorry, thank you. I just want to acknowledge that we're also just very lightly touching on this subject. I know that we're not covering all of the issues that are coming with the abortion rights. So I just want to say that we are aware that there is so many other issues. We are trying to keep a topic somewhat light, but I just want to say we are aware there is health issues if there is many states that are already reversing their rights, and we are not going to be able to cover everything today, but we are aware of those issues as well.
Okay, and Sequin is joining us again, and he's like sideways. Sequin
There
again.
he is.
Messing up. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi keep messing up.
Okay, welcome back, Sequin.
No, I pressed the airplane mode.
On this one. If there was a birth control pill for men to take, how many men would actually take a birth control pill? What do you think, Sequin?
I hope none. To be honest, I thought I was learning. I thought I was learning learning to feed the females. The females. I thought no. I think no male should take it. I feel it's this I can't say the word dismasculating the male. Um, I feel like it's unhealthy. I feel like it's gonna change our bodies over time. It's gonna make us feel more or less worthy and I feel like it's gonna give female more power to say that we're not to say that we're equal because we're all equal,
But we
but it's
take
gonna
vitamins every day.
yeah we
Men
take
take
vitamins every
vitamins every day.
but we talking about stopping something that God made. Listen, you talking about something. You talking about our semen where that's our creation. Where you know what I mean. God put us on. God put us on this earth to create. God put females on earth to make babies. Simple as that. Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, women are meant to have babies. Females are meant to reproduce in life.
Not if they not if they don't want to.
Then what's the point of being like? I mean, not to say what's the point of being on this earth, but what's the point of being here if you don't want to recreate or reproduce?
To live your best life.
Yeah, but God didn't make y'all to sit down and look pretty or to be this, and God made y'all to make babies.
No, I do not feel like that at all. No, that is not my only purpose in life.
So I understand God made us to reproduce, and it's in the Bible for us to reproduce. I get that, but it's more than reproducing and staying in the kitchen and frying bacon and
Thank you.
laying on your back. This is the 21st century.
I didn't say nothing like that. All I said, God. I didn't say nothing like that. All I said was God put y'all on this earth to reproduce. That's all I said.
What did God put you on earth for?
God put men on this earth to build and basically to build and to conquer.
Build what? Build barriers for women to succeed in life?
No, to build a foundation in life. To build a to create a family and to have a foundation in life.
Yeah,
and women are here to just produce.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that pill over time is gonna destroy that pill is gonna destroy us over time.
But look at it this way:
over time it's gonna affect us.
So you don't want female to go behind your back and tell your parents that she's pregnant, but you also are not willing to take any steps to prevent that from happening.
I mean, there is steps. There's condoms. There's Plan B, the B pill for you guys.
For you guys. But so what about men?
We have condoms.
And what if that's not
we have the
protecting you 100% and female becomes pregnant?
Or we have the what you call, not to be disrespectful, the catch and release, where before you in the female you pull out. So we have.
That's also not 100% protecting you from preventing pregnancies.
But I don't think that pill's gonna help. I mean, if it help, it help. But I feel like, and on top of that, we don't know. On top of that, that pill's gonna hurt our kidneys over time.
You don't
It's
know
gonna
that.
mess
What if
up.
there is no side effects?
I mean, come on, it gotta be a side effect because y'all have side effects when y'all take y'all birth control. There's side effects, and not even
You're
that
still
destroy y'all.
doing it. You're taking one for the team.
No, even birth control destroy your bodies.
Well,
Your
even
body.
Viagra destroys your body over time.
Who said anything about Viagra? There's a lot of natural things besides using Viagra. There's a lot of other substances that you can use besides Viagra.
Viagra helps you stimulate your body so that you're
Yeah, but I
able
said
to create.
but there's a lot of natural things that can help you, like berries and blackberries and red berries. That could be
I've learned
replaced.
something new today.
And honey. You know, there's a lot of things, a lot of
Take
natural
notes.
things. I
Viewers,
mean,
please take notes.
y'all, right now the females cheating. Y'all doing the liposuction. Y'all doing the filters and all that, the hair things. I mean, us men, we so natural.
Hey.
Well, men, tell us what you think. I mean, do you agree with what Saquin is saying? Let us know what you think. Um, do you agree with his philosophy? Hit us up, comment. Women, give us your feedback. Let us know what you think. We would like to hear from you. The AWOL team would like to hear from you. Let us know. Give us your feedback. Um, Also, let me bring up a different topic. Um, let's bring up sex education. Should they bring back sex education in schools? Would that help lower um, the pregnancy rate in our society, in our global life? Would that help lower the teen pregnancy or even pregnancy? Would that help lower the abortion rate if they bring back sex education in schools?
I think it's extremely important to have sex education at schools. Not every parent is. I think it should start at home. Parents should have that conversation with their kids. However, we know that not every parent is comfortable or educated enough on that topic. So I think it's extremely important for children to have sex ed at school as well.
And Sequin, your feedback?
I think 10 years ago it made a difference, but now it's kind of hard to tell because a lot of schools, I noticed a lot of schools is not. I'm not for sure. I could be wrong. A lot of schools not enforcing it as they should, but it is becoming an issue nowadays. I think it should be applied and it should be affected in schools heavy. Big. It should be affected big, especially big in schools. School is the number one thing. Um, it should be promote our work because we have young adults that have jobs now that's 16, 17, or 14, 21, whatever. It should be affected on the news, or it should be educated through the mostly through the parents, of course, because or even from a friend or old friend, because nowadays you have young ladies or young men that's in a predicament where they're having a kid, or they're expecting a kid at the age of 15, 14, or even 16, 13, for crying out loud, even 17, or even when they graduated from high school. So I think I think instead of females enforcing the um the abortion rights, I think females should at least educate or have groups classes with these people that's making the abortion peak up so high. Because at the end of the day, we don't know if it's from what we don't. At the end of the day, we don't know what age group is peaking or make the abortion so crazy. So I think we have to sit down and educate our kids or even adults nowadays because we have um, unres- um, unresponsible grown men making babies from to woman to woman to woman to woman to woman, and they're being unresponsible. So I think from adults to high end adults to kids need to be re-educated because right now it's becoming a problem, which it shouldn't be. We focus on guns now. Now that guns laws going up, abortions going up, gas going up. Some things don't make sense, and I think things like abortion and like and then stuff, little small things shouldn't be really discussed about because we should know better. Yeah, so that's a big one right there.
Well, my opinion, I think they should bring back sex education back into schools. I think parents need to, like you said, Ivana, definitely need to do their job and teaching their kids about sex education. And like you said, some parents really don't know how to go about talking to their children about sex and practicing sex education. Some
School's so
parents,
vulgar now too. You can do anything you want in school now. So how are the teachers going to teach the kids about safe sex when school has become so vulgar now? So where it's like it's not to say toxic, but it's like walking into the mall now.
Well, that's why there is a one more reason why there should be a sex ed in the classes.
So is it the parents should be blamed or the teachers? Like which one is it?
well,
Because
you
like I
know
said, the
what?
teachers only could do so much.
Exactly. But I remember when sex education was a part of the gym class. It was part of a PE course. It
Yeah,
was
but we in a
part
whole
of
different we in a whole different generation. We're
well,
not living.
that was
We're
part
not
of
living.
my
We're not
generation.
living. We're not living in the 40s, the 60s, or the 80s.
Uh,
We live in a whole.
excuse
No, I'm
me.
serious. We live in a whole. We live in a whole. Like
Excuse
even for myself, I noticed even with my young siblings. I'm like, dang, school used to school used to be so fun. Now it's like now that I talk, it's different. It's different. Even when I look at it, it's different. Completely different.
but you know what? But you know what? What taught me? Back when I was young, my mother never taught me about administration. My mother never taught when I started my administration. I did not know what administration was, and in school, back in elementary school, PE sex education wasn't. They didn't start sex education not until we got into middle school. But when I started my administration, I was like maybe about 9 or 10. But so when I did start my administration, the first thing my mother said was, "Oh damn, I have to take my last few dollars and go buy you some pads." That wasn't the right thing to say to someone who don't know about administration, who don't know the flow of administration. You're talking to a 9-year-old child who don't know, who's uneducated about the flow of a period, and who had to go seek education from a peer, someone of her peers, who had to help me understand how administration flew in her body. not from my mom, but from my peers who I hung around with, one of my older peers. So, do I think that such education needs to be taught not only from the teachers? Because, yes, is that putting a lot on the teachers? Yes. A lot of the teachers have a lot more work to do. I'm not talking about teachers like your academic teachers, I'm talking about health education, your PE, your gym teachers. So, I'm not talking about your homeroom teacher, I'm talking about your PE, your gym teacher.
There should be
I'm
a
talking
whole
about those type
separate
of gym
class
teachers.
just regarding sex education.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said there should be a whole other separate class, not
I mean, we
Yeah,
connected,
they
I
should.
had
not
that type of
connected
class
to
in school.
anything, but just a class dedicated to sex education,
See, I had
health
that in my
sex
I had that in my
education.
class. I had that in my class, but when I talk to other people, they don't have that no more. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
but
weird.
and I think that sex needs to be talked about, like Ivana said, with your parents. Because, like I said, my mom, she was not a good communicator when it came to talking about um,
Right.
a woman's body. She just was not that woman. She was not that woman. Not to me.
And
Not to
unfortunately, there
me.
is a lot of parents who are not comfortable talking about it, or think if they don't talk about it, they're gonna. A lot of people feel if they talk about sex, if they talk about healthy relationship, that they're gonna provoke or promote the sex of their children, and I think that's so wrong. And I think we as a society, we're still really, when we talk about sex, it's a big taboo, and I think we really need to peel that layer off for the future of our kids.
No, I
Exactly.
think most problems come from broken homes and broken families.
Yes, I agree. And I remember the time, even when I went up to my mom's job, when my mom used to live in Connecticut. And I went up to her job because I wanted to start taking birth control pills, not because I was being sexually active, but I thought I wanted to protect myself just in case I was in high school. And not that I had a boyfriend, but I just wanted to just protect myself. And maybe I was just probably following my friends because they were taking um,
Birth control.
birth control pills. But the first thing she told me is, I don't want to have this conversation and you need to go home.
Hmm.
So there is definitely a breakdown in communication when it comes to, I don't know, I'm not going to say with all black homes, but I know in my home, there was definitely a breakdown in sex communication where she did not want to sit down and I was not the only female sibling that the only female child that she had. I have a younger sibling, but I don't think the dialogue was there when it came to sex education and the sex dialogue where let me sit you girls both down and let me talk to you about safe sex and boys and how to protect yourself and what I expect from you guys, you young ladies growing up and whatever. That conversation was not there. So I think a mother, I'm a better mother talking to my children now about sex than she was. And like you said, Joshua, is the generation over time.
Right.
And over time, you do get better because you want things to be better. You want your relationship with your children to be better. You want your relationship, that communication to be better with your children, and you want them to feel like they could come to you openly instead of talking to one of their peers who might give them the wrong advice. So um, yeah, I think that the communication with parents and their children needs to be more open and more developed.
Absolutely.
But I want our viewers to chime in if you had that if you had that breakdown in communication with your family or your family members. um, Chime in, let us know your feedback, let us know your experience, and let us know how you dealt with it over the course of time, and how you're dealing with your children now regarding sex education or sex dialogue. How is the communication with your children opposed to your relationship with your parents? So give us your feedback on what you think. Do anybody else have anything to add?
I just want to circle back to the beginning of the show and just emphasize how important is that we really keep on fighting for our basic human rights to be in control of our own bodies and not let anybody else control our bodies.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And we have some resources at the end of our show that we will um, add on. At the end, we have some resources. So, in closing, well, my name is Crystal Renee, and again, I am your host for All Walks of Life.
My name is Ivona. Thank you again for sticking here with us and joining in this conversation.
And my name is Saquin Hypolite. Nice to meet you guys.
And we are the AWOL team. And again, thank you for joining us. And listen, we will be here next Sunday with a whole new topic. Stay safe and continue to support our new platform, All Walks of Life. Bye bye, everybody.